We're very delighted. Oh, hello, hello, hello. We are very delighted to be here and to attune to all of you and your energy. For there is a lot of chaos that is occurring at this time on an energetic level across your globe in relationship to the elements and in relationship to one another. You have divided your year months into segments and your year by 12. And this month that is arriving tomorrow, that is October, is filled with a lot of change. And this energy is intensifying very rapidly. And there will be an enormous amount of water that will be coming in all over the globe. And this process is around purification and cleansing and the rising up of old energies that are needed to come to the surface to be cleansed and to be released. However, there is also the potential for very explosive energies. And it is of no coincidence and synchronistic that the repetitive nature of the vibration of the light code in which you were attuning to before was around this time of year as the war in Israel was coming to begin and to be ignited. And this anniversary frequency, as we were speaking of before, is occurring again. And the potentiality for expansion of this polarity vibration is very potent at this time. And so we are coming in from our perspectives and many other dimensions and to assist in the calming of this vibration, to bring this energy into a state of centeredness, a place of peace. And so it is requiring all of you to come into a state of centeredness within your own being, especially during times of chaos or energy that feels erratic or scattered, and to recognize the power that resides within you and your capacity through centered energies and vibrations to navigate through other energies that on the outward may appear erratic or out of balance. It is that this adventure that is taking place in the unlocking of these different places that are being visited by the frequencies of Kelly and Debishri are receiving great assistance from us. Of course, it is no coincidence that we gave and brought to you a white cat because we could not bring a white lion, for that was a bit more of a trick than we had up our sleeve today, but we did the best we could. And it is that the Lyran energies are very present at this time and are wanting to support this descrambling of the energy of this particular stone circle for its relationship to the energies of Michael Mount as it carries this line across the globe and it enters into the rock of the dome in Jerusalem. Beneath the rock of the dome in Jerusalem is a cave. And this cave, beneath this, are ancient scriptures and teachings that are very powerful and potent, and is the convergence of multiple religions of Judaism and Muslim and Christianity. And it is that this center or holy place is a convergence of all energies coming into one. And it is that there are other nodes around the globe that are mirroring this frequency that make it difficult for this energy to come fully into balance. Hence, this is why it is not an easy path to reach this particular stone circle, and much easier to have reached the one that is centered. However, it is the vibration of the Mary Maiden energy that is required and needed to be anchored within the energetic template of one's own field in order to navigate other energies that appear to be more challenging or more scrambled or more discordant. This energy, as noticed by Kelly and Debashri, is in alignment with the power grid. This has many meanings to it that are multidimensional from the actual grid system around the planet, in which, in the month of October, has the potentiality in different parts to lose its power, but it is simply a metaphoric understanding and connection to the power grid of the powers that play and that are interfering in bringing the union of relationship and connection in a peaceful way in particular places that would reverberate the energy across the globe, where its energies are within the Middle East or the Holy Land that are centered in the dome of the rock. This energy has, as we were speaking of, and connecting to the places near Nepal and the energies of this mountain frequency yesterday in our communication and transmission with you, need to be linked and connected here with the energy of Israel. This is also connected to what might appear to be insignificant or small stone circle on the land in the UK connected to Cornwall. That is Boscawen. This vibration is being asked of you to attune to now, as we are inviting you to connect with the particular stones and begin to anchor in the energies that mirror it, for there are 19 stones at Mary Maiden. There are 19 stones at Boscawen. These energies must come into union with one another, and the energy of the center stone that at this moment is leaning must come into a pattern in which it is anchored in an energy of great strength. The stone made of quartz that is connected to the water element is also attuned, where a bridge of light anchors it into the dome of the rock in Jerusalem. This energy, when recalibrated, is significant in the supporting of power structures and the reconciliation of energies to come to what you call the round table, but is a template of energies for peace. However, this energy may need to spin in a very explosive nature in order for it to recalibrate into its sense of balance. The center stone here in Boscawen is appearing to be leaning as if it is not fully centered. However, this is deliberate. And it is that it is connecting to the vibration of the Mary Maiden energy. This feminine energy has the capacity through the feminine vibration in order to bring this balance. The balance of the male energy of power centers, of those using explosive machinery, of the war energy, or guns, or rockets, or bombs, is very masculine, and this energy needs to come back into balance. The merging of these two places will be a support and a beginning of help. We are working in many places and nodes all over your planet in relationship to this. When there comes to be an agreement of actual union, actual peace in that particular region of the world, this energy will ignite a light, and this light will project itself outside of the dome of the rock, and it will create a plasmic light of love around the globe. But it is something that has been interfered with and difficult to achieve. However, the Lyran beings are coming in to assist, because this energy here in the land or Holy Land of Jerusalem is deeply significant in creating peace throughout the universe up through 12 stargates. This line here of the Michael Mount that will be visited shortly by these two is deeply related through underneath the water. Hence, the water itself is carrying many codes, and you will notice great flooding taking place in many regions around your globe, and it will intensify over the coming weeks into and entering into the state or the opening of the portal of 1212. This is nothing to worry about, and this is nothing that is alarming or that you should be concerned about or focused on. We are simply bringing awareness to you around this so that you can carry the frequency of centeredness, that you can take the vibration of coming into your center, into an internal state of peace in which you are anchored in that frequency with a strength and a courage to move with clarity and steadfast will and energy and intentionality forward on your journey, knowing that the unfolding of events is in perfect alignment for what is needed for this unification to occur. Just as the unification within the twin flame will be ignited through this process, the unification of others that are represented on a geographical level will also begin to come into union, in which peace agreements around a table, around those who come together in a unified frequency with the intent of peace and harmonization, will begin to mirror that as the twin flames energy come into union. There is no way to separate these frequencies. With that, we are asking of your assistance as you begin to hold the energies. We are attuning now to there are 42 of you. 42 is divided by 2 is 21. And so we encourage you now. We are going to place 19 of you at the Mary Maiden and another 19, and then that is 4 and 4 left over, which is 8, which is the infinity frequency. The infinity frequency will link the energies between the two circles with this 0 point energy, as it will be pierced with the vibration of Archangel Michael and his mighty sword of light of protection. This energy then will create a rebalancing, which will reverberate these frequencies back into a unified state, allowing the line of energy to flow without blockages from the stone circle of Boscawen to that of St. Michael's Mount, all the way through all energies until it leads itself to the dome of the rock. Then the energy of Archangel Michael's sword will enter into the top of the dome. It will go through the dome in the center of the floor, down into the cave that is beneath the dome, and traveling below that where another secret cave is located. This is a place where the scrolls and teachings and texts of old religions that have been used for the propaganda of war to war against one another, the Muslims against the Jews against the Christians against the Jews, etc., bringing these energies into a unified field in which the propaganda of this idea of the warring around religion and God comes back into the unified field. This staff or energy then will be anchored there. In the anchoring of this, it is the opening of this frequency of the energy of King Solomon's vibration coming back into balance, and the ignition of certain templates that will begin to spin beneath the dome of the rock. In doing so, specific waters that are very pure will be able to flood into this particular area, and then the flooding of waters in different particular sacred places around the planet that will be moving very rapidly like rushing water will begin to bring these codes of light, anchoring them into the planetary systems and into the lines themselves as they are rebooted and refreshed. With that, inviting you to take a nice deep breath, breathing in and letting go. As you are doing this, you will feel drawn to one of the two temples. These are temples, although they are named in your understanding as stone circles. They are very sacred dwellings and temples. These temples have been embodied by energies connected with the stars. The energies of the Lyran Council now are here and attuning to you, bringing your awareness to the lyre and vibration and frequency within the 12D gateway. The opening of this gateway allows you into the remembering of the serpent rope that connects you to this frequency. This frequency is of royalty and is of a bloodline of a unified energy. Attuning to it, you begin to feel the sensation of a purple light, the royal purple energy coming in, energy of transformation, transfiguration, and transmutation. Attuning to this vibration, begin to become aware of these two stone circles. You will feel a pull either to the stone circle that needs support, that is scrambled at this time, that is operating in a field of power that is deeply out of balance, or you will feel attuned and invited into the Merry Maiden circle, which is very centered, at ease, and at peace, where all things are in a harmonized field. You will attune to one of these circles now, and in doing so, you will notice that each mirror one another with 19 stones. You may feel a need to move toward one of these stones. Some of you will be holding the energy of the infinity frequency. This means that you will be moving back and forth between both stones, 4 and 4. Doing this, you are holding the 4 and 4, which is the 8. And as you are traveling, you are going to be linking. We are asking for one to stand at the center stone at Boscawen that is leaning, and for another to stand in the center where there is no stone within the Mary Maiden energy, where the vibration of Pillar of Light is. The Lyran Council is coming in now. As it is doing so, the energy of the Merry Maidens is in relationship to the water, and it is the energy of Boscawen is in relationship to the Lyran frequency. These two energies are coming in very strong, and you will be standing in the position where you feel called to at this time. In doing so, now we are beginning to anchor in these vibrations and carry through the water systems this centered frequency over to Boscawen. In doing so, the stones are lifting. We are lifting the centered stones of the Merry Maidens. The Merry Maidens are beginning to dance. If you are at that stone circle, you may feel a feeling like you are starting to dance. As you are dancing, you are moving clockwise. In the clockwise rotation that is taking place, you will start to feel a lifting. You are entering into a different energetic field. And as you are spinning like a disc of light, you are rising up. You do not need to travel very far, but the entire stone circle with you holding the frequency of these particular stones is lifting up, and you are beginning to spin. As you are doing so, you are energetically moving over and hovering over top of Boscawen. As you do this, you are going to begin to slowly come down. As this disc is spinning, there is a space in the center of the Merry Maiden stones. This space is going to come down and hit at the top of the stone that is leaning as the energy passes through. The central stone in Boscawen is entering into the center of the stone circle of the Merry Maiden stone, and all the other 19 stones are coming on top of the stones in Boscawen. As it does this, these stones are connecting and interfacing with one another. They become twins. They are merging divine masculine and feminine energies together, bringing them into balance. The center stone is penetrating through the empty stone, much like the penetration that takes place between male and female, as there is an empty space in the center of the Merry Maiden circle. This entrance point is penetrating it. Doing so, this exercise process is the connection of the Lyran seeding into the Merry Maiden frequency of centered vibration. As this takes place, these begin to merge into one unified field. This is causing the relationship of union, connection, merging, and love to take place, giving birth to something else. Now we're going to spin everything all at once, both together, and you will feel a movement taking place. As this movement takes place, it is going to direct the leaning stone at Boscawen to the Mary energy, the Mary line that has been insignificant in this process that is being reignited. This energy has not been given the attention of the Michael ley line and is coming back into form. This feminine energy is needed to rise in order for the energy of the Michael line in relationship with Saint Michael, who also has been depicted as slaying the dragon, which is not the case, allowing the dragon now to resurface as its energy through the Kundalini in the fire energy blows through these frequencies, clearing and healing this energy. Otherwise, the fire energy is used in a overly masculine frequency, and it can be explosive in use for wartime. These energies are now mingling, and the merging of this vibration creates an ease of centered frequency, joyfulness, bliss, and peace. directing and turning the circle now toward Michael's mound. And as you are doing this, you're going to feel the energy drop down beneath the surface and into the water as it is carried all the way over in a unified field and union of love all the way through many places until it is reaching Jerusalem, where it is entering like a bridge of light into the center of the dome. With this, the mighty sword of Archangel Michael, that is held now not by Michael, but by the Divine Mother frequency of the feminine light, is going to anchor itself and to sphere or to bring an energy into the center, down all the way into the scrolls. As it is coming into the scrolls of these scriptures of religions that have simply been made up by councils of energy to create a scrambling of division, comes back into union. As this takes place, all of the mothers are being asked around the warring region to come into their own state of strength and courage. Courage that they stand up against the war and stand up for the warring of their sons and their brothers and their husbands to fight one another as they unite as a shield of light. This energy rising up is coming up, spiraling up through the dome and bursting out as it returns here. This center is holding this frequency. All we are asking you to do now is to hold the vibration of peace, the vibration of centeredness, to remain focused and to hold the light. We greatly appreciate your assistance in this process, as this activation is very powerful and important in regard to this peaceful process. With that, inviting you to take in a nice deep breath in the recognition that the merging of this activation is also activating a sense and state of deep centeredness during times of anything chaotic within your own personal experience and life in relationship as you come into union with the structures of power within relationship within self. In this, come into a state of unity and centeredness. It is important after this to drink water, to anchor this water into this field, and you will come and notice that the women will begin to rise up in relationship to the war, as they will become the shields who want to protect their sons, brothers, uncles, partners, husbands against this explosive energy that is no longer active. The Lyran Council coming in to deactivate this frequency and to bring back into union a state of peace. This will require, however, diligence, and you may notice more explosive energy in the coming weeks before the energy starts to resolve itself back into balance, dependent upon the capacity for the visitors from 12D to have access to these full points and the capacity of the work being done in regard on many different nodes around the globe. Simply at this time, a deep sense of gratitude and appreciation for your work and understanding in this now moment. Thank you for being a light worker and bringing your presence to this state of union. This state of union that occurs here also occurs within you. Many blessings and good day.